my dear, I can say, indeed, and greetings unto you, beloved and holy friends. What a dear pleasure it is to have you here again on another conscious evolution, another opportunity for us to consider believing in ourselves. That's right. We can believe in aliens, but it's a bit easier believing in ourselves, right? Even though there's probably a bunch of people out there that believe in aliens and don't believe in themselves. What a paradox that is, don't you think? I, with Joe last night, watched Project Hail Mary. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I like it. There were 3 different aliens. Maybe that's a spoiler. Maybe I shouldn't say that. I'm sorry. It's not, I mean, that's not going to give you any context of the way that the story unfolds. It really is a very visual storytelling medium. You get to see a lot of it unfold the way that it's supposed to be seen. And it's beautiful. It's really beautiful. It gives me so much hope. Made me just think about like, oh, I could like the aliens. I could like aliens. I could be friends of aliens, totally. But first and foremost, I have to be friends with myself, right? We did end up going to sleep a little bit late last night because we watched the movie, but it was worth it. It was worth it. Even though my sleep consistency is in the ground, I still technically got my hours in. So I am mostly fine. Mostly fine. Well, fine is. Hi, Nudie Nudie. Hi, Noodle Noodle Noodle. Hey, Needy Noodle Noodle Noodle. Mini Nini Nini Nini. Manuni Nunis. Bescoodle Benoodle. But naughty noddins. Karama nom noms. He's like doing this thing where he's like crawling closer and closer to me. He is one of those dogs that, like our dogs on the farm as well. For some reason, like Kobe, he just had to put his body up against mine. Like I couldn't not do that. And even if it's hot, cooking outside, he would be like, "Oh, this is fine." Believing in myself, PBS ass topic, yeah. Something something, Mr. Rogers, something something, Blues Clues, or that is PBS as well, right? All right, that's why I'm wearing blue. All right, I'm gonna give you a clue. For real, Skizmod, you know. Are we going to read a book next? Yeah, we're even going to like do our ABCs. You know, maybe do some coloring while we're at it, Sam. It's nice to have you here. Hey, Dipanash, Joshi. It's nice having you here too, friends. Welcome to everyone that just joined us in chat. It's gonna be a good day. Oh yeah, very good day. I dreamt the whole night. Yay, coloring! I dreamt the whole night about exploring alien consciousness. Welcome, Mel. Thank you, Sadia. Where are you from? I'm from South Africa. I live in the United States of America. I thought the whole night about alien consciousness. Right? What does alien consciousness look like? They did a really good job at showing what perception can be like if you aren't human, if you don't have human eyes, right? And it like completely shifted my perspective to the point where my entire mind was completely occupied with exploring the fact that there's different ways to be, right? Believing in yourself is an extension topic from that perspective, that you have to kind of believe in yourself, right? There was definitely a lot of kind of believing in yourself energy. I don't think it was directly said in that way, but the will to survive, The will to survive is a kind of self-belief, right? Believing that you're worthy, believing that life is going to be better tomorrow, the year after, that there's something to live towards, right? And this consciousness that we're experiencing, this way in which we're experiencing reality, is so comfortable because it's so familiar. And seeing different intelligences, right? Both of them intelligent, but both of them just having different access to the universe, learning how to communicate, learning how to share, responsibility. Oh my goodness, you should watch it. Absolutely. If you haven't seen it, go watch Project Hail Mary. Name 3 things you would change about yourself. Would I change things about myself? I'm pretty happy with who I am, I would definitely, like, if I could flip a switch and never get pimples again, I would flip that switch. The fact that I'm aging, right? That I am slowly but surely accumulating DNA damage, I would like to stop that, I guess, as well. And then I would probably upregulate the amount of brain-derived neurotropic factor that I have in my brains to smart myself. Yes, get more neural density. Might be bad in the long term, but those would be the things I change. Visit Rishikesh. I'm from Rishikesh. Sounds nice. Thank you for your invitation. What do you think about what do you think what aliens think about us dancing on TikTok? I'm sure they have something similar, right? Sure. I'm sure that all species probably goes through something like that, right? It's like a developmental period thing. It's like you very primal part of being human. That's the way I can see it, right? We probably were dancing as humans before we were speaking as humans. Think about that. Some people believe even that language as we have it right now came from rhythm. That we learned how to bonk a stick against a thing, right? Bonk, bonk, bonk. Bonk, bonk, bonk. You can point at something and go bonk, bonk, bonk. People can be like, oh yeah, bonk, bonk, bonk. I know bonk, bonk, bonk. And then we maybe like make that sound with our faces. You're a tripper, bro. If you say so, Ronix24 Wake, you must be the authority on what a tripper is. Maybe you're a tripper with me and you want to come and sit down, have a little bit of a conversation. Maybe talk about believing in yourself. You don't need to believe in me, Ronix, of course, but maybe, just maybe, you deserve believing in yourself. Bro, say meow. I will not say meow. And if I had to say meow, it would have already been said. Boom. Rest in peace. Rest in peace indeed. Hello, bro. How are you? Are you well or not? I'm feeling pretty chill. I feel a little bit groggy. I didn't have my regular sleep schedule, so my clock feels like it's a little bit off. But other than that, pretty chill. Shout out to my good friend. You thought I was gonna read that out loud, didn't you? No. How about now? How about no, dude? This feels like a wrestling gimmick of the amount of bravado being displayed. Next, I'm going to RKO someone, bro. All right, somebody is slithering up right now. Maybe I'm the one who's gonna get RKO'd. Randy Orton is on his way, dude. Be very afraid, I say to myself. Bro, give me blessings so I will date my crush. Prince Patel. Yes. Yes, I'm using all of my powers to manifest. Yes. The best date for you and your crush. There you go, bro. It's true. Now it's so. You got everything that you needed, right? Now all you have left to do is to believe in yourself. I think there was a Dr. K video recently where he has been talking about flirting and stuff, and one of the things that he brought to my attention that I felt was a really valuable thing to take away from his teaching is that the stakes, right? There's like a risk to reward ratio, right? The reward is getting to have a date with someone you like, right? And the risk is maybe getting made fun of, maybe like, is that the worst thing, right? And if you can identify the real risks involved, right? Maybe there's some social embarrassment. Maybe you'll feel, you know, some way about being denied. That's not really a risk, right? And if you can frame it in your mind as something that's going to teach you a valuable life skill, rejection, being able to handle rejection, pretty valuable. Trust me, like you'll experience a lot of it. Even if you're the most handsome person, even if you're the smartest, most qualified person, you probably still will experience your own handful of rejections throughout your life. And not letting yourself be affected by it is going to be the best course of action that you can go for, friend. Hi there, Runel, Rousseau. It's been a while since seeing your name here with us, friend. You're from South Africa, right? Welcome and thank you for joining us. MeltMore, you should make some schmores on these days. That could be nice. Little schmore. You have to calm down. What do you think about a buzz cut? I probably would look good with a buzz cut, right? Apparently a buzz cut accentuates your jaw. So if I had a buzz cut, you would have to pay attention to my chin all the more. All right. Apparently I can wear most haircuts, but I've never had a buzz cut before. Maybe if I get like a brain implant or something, I'll have to shave my head. All right, so you might just get to see me with a buzz cut at some point. Hey Joker, hey Default, thank you for joining us. Oh, here comes MeltMore with the steel chair. Yeah, Bobbert knows what I'm talking about. Oh, MeltMore is gonna hit that guy with a steel chair. Wait a second, he's putting the steel chair down. Wait a second, he's getting a second steel chair. He's putting a second steel chair down. Wait a second, this is unprecedented. He is doing one of them little tappy-tappies on the steel chair next to him. What? He is inviting his opponent to sit down and have a meaningful chat. They're crying. They're hugging now. Oh my goodness, what did he do? What did he do? And then when everyone thinks that actually I didn't want to fight, that's when I fight extra hard, right? I catch the guy off guard. His eyes still covered in tears from crying from what an emotional moment we had. And I go, oh, all right. And then and then everybody cheers. Yeah, that's exactly how it goes. All right. Misdirection the crowd and misdirection that guy. He thought we were having a meaningful moment, but actually I was just playing 4D chess. So that good. You're good, girl. Thank you, friend. Appreciate it. GG easy, Boffertison. So nice. I'm happy that you appreciated my leaning into your joke as well, friend. Yes, believe in yourself. Don't just believe in science. In fact, science is a liar sometimes. Yeah. And if you really believe in yourself, then science doesn't even count, right? You could walk through walls. You could fly. You could eat mercury. If you believe in yourself hard enough and don't believe in science, you could do all of those things. Totally. Thank you, Prince. You bless you, friend. Reverend, Soup Man. What's up, man? Not too much, Revan. I'm feeling pretty chill. I feel like I'm in that in-between stage where I'm still kind of sleepy and groggy, like and also I'm stoked and present, right? And I'm like in that creative space right now. I feel myself floating there. So what would be the highest risk and in turn the highest reward possible? Highest risk would probably be just death, right? Just like straight up dying. You ask a girl out, and then she says no so hard that you die, right? Which is pretty unlikely. That usually doesn't happen. Thank goodness. Right. And then the highest reward is getting to live, right? That is the ultimate reward. Just getting to live. And that is the reward you kind of like carry with you at all times. And you're unlikely to die out of embarrassment. With flirting, the hesitation always comes from a fear of making the person uncomfortable towards me. Not really concerned about being embarrassed. I'm pretty shameless. That is what's the word I'm looking for? Evolved? Mindful. Very mindful perspective of you, Dan. Not wanting the other person to be uncomfortable. Yeah, it can be weird. I'm sure that it's probably hard in the world you find yourself in with as well, where people already have a little bit of contending for their own personal space. So you being too pushy might, exacerbate that experience. Shameless, you say. That's so good. Oh my goodness. Oh, I like coffee. Coffee is nice. It's like scratching. This is like, for me, almost like this little treat that I give myself in the mornings. It's like, yeah, congratulations. You woke up again. Here, have a little something nice. Don't spend it all in one place. Kind of thing. It's Angela from Italy. Good morning to you all. I love you guys and I love your channel and I wish you all a blessed day. I love y'all. We love you too. Angela is sending blessings to all of Italy, but to you especially. Hi, brother. Hey, Mohit Trader. Bless you too. Silly two-time creature. Welcome back. Second time. Look at you joining us again. It's nice having you here, friend. Good morning and worky lurky love you gooby goobers. Yeah. Goofy. Goody works too. We love you, Xiao. Thank you for joining us. Again for the GGs. Thank you, friend. Sushi, no spamming, please. Melt, you just got GG-EZ'd. Rough, man. No, I thought I got GG-EZ'd because I GG-EZ'd that other opponent of mine, right? He thought I was going to hit him with a chair, and then I hit him in his heart. And then after I hit him in his heart and he started crying, I hit him in his face. Boom. That's how the cookie crumbles. That's how the MeltMores. How many rejections you faced till now? 4? My very first rejection was when I was 13. I asked a girl out and she was like, nah. I died inside and I never spoke to her again. I took it so personally. I was like, oh, how dare you? Don't you see? Can't you look with your eyes what an absolute specimen is in front of you? I said. I didn't say that. But I thought it. Or something in the line thereof. I was so salty. Mega salt. All right. So yeah, that's actually the real biggest risk. You might just lose a friend. All right. Which is pretty big risk. It's pretty bossy. But you might also gain a partnership. That's the reward on the other side. Can someone bully me into finishing my art off? I don't know. Is this one of those things like how do you say masochism and sadism? Right? What does the masochist say to the sadist? No. What does the sadist say to the masochist when the masochist says, hurt me? No. No. I can hurt you by not hurting you? No. No, you will not be hurt. MeltMore bullied me. I might bully you some more, Cloud first. Melt, I'm like 15 minutes and 20 ounces of coffee ahead of you on the wake up. You're doing the coffee like 20 ounces. 20 ounces is a lot, isn't it? Isn't that like, no way. My mind is like doing the American math and I'm like, that 20 ounces. I think I have like a 16-ounce bottle. My 16-ounce bottle is 1.2 liters. That means that Dan has drank like 1.5 liters of coffee or something like that. Surely not. Surely I hope not, dude. Hey, wake up to be blessed by this man's live stream. Yes, Blade, be blessed. I'm seeing it now. There's just like wads of cash flying at you. You know, nice smelling flowers just growing in your environment. Everywhere you walk, things smell good. You know, everywhere you see, everything is beautiful suddenly, right? There's just smiling faces all around, just looking at Blade, being like, Blade's a cool guy or gal, or doesn't identify as guy or girl. Cool person. Very cool. My favorite mind controlling lizard person. Hey, we got Papuch? Sarne Papuch? Yes. My mind control is growing stronger. I do think my powers are increasing. Very soon I will world dominate. I'm still like waiting for singularity. Right. When the singularity kicks in, that's when I come into my full power. You know, when all of my mind control powers activate at the same time. And then I will mind control. Oh yeah. Everybody will be smiling. Yes, everybody. Or else, I say. You know, like that, exactly. I say these things kind of in jest, but I can't see myself. Like, if I did have mind control powers, I would mind control people into being happy, right? Which is kind of dystopian if you think about it. It's like people are just like stoked, right? They just crash their car, come out of it freaking like, Phew! Yeah! Woohoo! I survived! Bro, you just crashed your car. It's like, but I'm alive! Woohoo! Ha ha ha! I was like, dude, that's gonna be a lot of money, but I am gonna live. That's exactly what everybody is gonna live like when I mind control the world. Yes, everybody's gonna be so stoked to be living. I am not saying that because you're controlling my mind. Yeah, that's what I made you believe, Papuch. I made you believe that you're gonna say that you're not having me control your mind, right? That's just me being 4 steps ahead of you. I'm controlling you to believe that I'm not controlling you right now. Why did you move out of South Africa? I married someone in America, Sankey. Sankey, okay? Yeah. Love removed me from my country originally. You're that dancing guy. I am lonely girl. I am that dancing guy. Now he has a beard. My beard is growing. It's true. It happens. I'll shave it again soon. Probably need to get it back to being a little bit more short. Pastor Guru. I'm Pastor Guru. Pastor Guru, hi. Yes. Everybody address me as such from now on forward. I am no longer MeltMore. I am Pastor Guru, hi. You know, not because I am taking any substances, but because I am ascended, as we say. I think that's why a lot of people feel forced into dating apps in New York City. People don't want to talk in public. I feel you, bro. Yeah. I believe, and this is, you know, something that's been pretty studied as well, the best way to meet people is through recommendation, right? Be social, connect with people outside of romantic context, and then maybe communicate your want to find partnership. And then if they know people that they think you might be compatible with, they can give you options, right? Moshi Moshi MeltMore Day. Moshi Moshi to you too, Admiral Kaizu. Thank you for joining us. You look like Luke from Modern Family. Nice. Every day I find out I look like someone else. Bro, 20 ounces? I drink like 35 to 40 ounces of coffee every day. Surely not, please. 40 ounces? Maybe I'm capping. Maybe I'm capping on how many ounces. Like, use milliliters, damn it. Use liters, milliliters, and then liters, right? Where if I drink 500 milliliters, this is 500 milliliters of coffee, all right? That's how much I drink. And then if I did 2 of these, it will suddenly become a liter. And then if I did 4 of these, it becomes 2 liters. Yeah, this makes perfect sense. freaking 35 ounces. Yeah. What is an ounce? What is an ounce? What is it pegged against? I get salty about the freaking imperial system. Can I give you 100 daras? Only if you don't need it more than me, bro. Maybe watermelon is really a vegetable. That's seeds. All right, maybe the seedless watermelons can be classified as vegetables. Want to make the world a better place? Start with the man in the mirror. Oh yeah, I actually listened to that song, unironically, cutting the grass the other day. I said I would do that. I did it. I listened to Michael Jackson. Mowing lawns. When the singularity kicks in, are you going to get a decent haircut? Love the plants, but dude, dude, do you know how hard it is to have curly hair? It's a nightmare. It's literally relentless. You don't know what my hair looks like if I don't try and style it, bro. I can buzz cut my hair, I guess, look like a military man. Man 5000, start fishing, get myself a boat as soon as I cut my hair like that, start driving my truck. I can do all of those things too, but it's pretty expensive. I cut my hair myself, right? I basically push this against my head, and then I have like a mirror that I look, and I'm like, and I have to keep teaching my brain over and over again how to do it backwards, right? And then I save like 20 daras, and then the hair on top I just let grow, right? Last time I paid for a haircut was the year 2023, 2024. Yeah. Yeah, right. So that's my big reason for not getting any other haircuts, bro. Because who has money to pay 20 daras for getting someone to choppy your hair? Would you like a coffee? Måste du en kaffe? Once upon a time, there was a magical place where it never rained. The end. You don't like the rain? I'm wondering, would I want to be in a place that it never rained? If you always had something you wanted to go and do outside, I guess, right? If you were in like roller coaster land, then suddenly rain wouldn't be too much of a vibe. But I like getting to be inside when it's raining outside. You're not gonna dance today. Yeet above me? Probably not. I danced yesterday for an hour and a half. I did manage to get myself in zone 4 for 4 minutes under my 5-minute target, but I felt good. I feel good today. Joe cooked us a steak dinner. It was delicious. So good. Very good. And I feel like all of that calories. I did gain, how much was it? 4 pounds, 4.5 pounds. I gained 4.5 pounds yesterday, which is, how do you say, alarming. But yeah, I am pretty stoked about it. I feel like my body is not hurting. I must have gained so much less. 1.2 liters of coffee per day melt. Okay, that checks out. I can believe that. I can believe. So it's more 40 ounces. I think my bottle is 40 ounces, not 16 ounces. Melt, you need to grow out the back and get the melt mullet going. My birthday is in like 4 weeks. I want a melt mullet this year. I probably could. I could grow the mullet. But the thing is, Dan, that's the hard part. I wouldn't know where to stop, right? And I don't know if I'd be able to match it symmetrically. That's the biggest thing, right? It's just the symmetry for me. I do technically have a bunch of scars on the back of my head where I fell on my head multiple times. Where my mom dropped me as a child. I had like multiple falling on my head experiences as a kid. Yes. Yeah, somebody in chat. Yeah, we know. We can see it. So maybe a melt mullet could actually like hide all of my scars. I don't mind them though. Mm-mm-mm. A Mojo taking some action. Mojo friends, nice having you here. What time is it now? It is 9:47. You look, bro, hey bro, you look like Chris Pratt. Goo. I also support the melt mullet. Should I do melt mullet? Give people more things to be angry about. Like, I think it would drive engagement. Right? It's like, I fucking hated your hair before, but now I hate your hair extra. You know what? I could kind of, I think, appreciate having something to grab onto there back there. Maybe it could be a vibe. Maybe I will get a melt mullet. Yes. Yes. Something, something. How do you cut? How do you cut your hair to keep the mullet? And that's the thing that I need to find out. If I can do it easily myself, I think I probably will. But if it's gonna be a schlep, a mission to cut it, I might not. My hair is the way it is right now, purely out of convenience. Right, it's for me pretty convenient. Not having to worry about it. Oh. There definitely is a kind of matter of like almost duality, right? I know that my hair can be a little bit chaotic, being curly. So having like a smoothie bitty makes it seem like at least some part of me is neat. Mm-mm-mm. Oh my goodness. I just heard myself make sounds. I'm so sorry. Seriously, I'm not being facetious. I'm so sorry that I make sounds sometimes. I hope that all of the sounds that I make is like 90% pleasurable. Good to listen to. Do just get Joe's help. Gav, can you back me with the melt mullet? He already did. He already did even before you asked, dude. Good day. I'm John Prince from South Africa. Are you from Italy? No. I'm also from South Africa. No jokes, John Prince. Ik kan Afrikaans praat zelfs. Als je wil hoor. Ik zal voor jou zeggen, ik Afrikaans praat. You're Goku. Dude. You say that again. Like over and over. Because my child self just had like a... Yes! Yes, I wanted to be Goku so bad as a kid. I even tried to style my hair up as a kid. Like I literally took gel and then I like combed my hair up. You know, I had short hair at that point, of course, but I would make like these little points, and I couldn't look as badass as Goku, of course. I never believed I could until just now. Right, though. Thank you. We got Glitchy Edit saying hello. Bless you. I offer 69 to Mel to style his hair into a mullet. I don't know if your friends are trolling me or if you're actually like down to see me in a mullet. I can do mullet. You've seen me in multiple different haircuts at this point, and I do plan on letting it wild, right? Like it is getting up there. It's growing longer and longer. And at some point, it's gonna cascade down the side of my head again. I'm like actively telling it not to. I'm like, no, we're going forward. We're not going sideways. We're going forward. And then it probably will be. Mullet probably will add to that, all right, when it does eventually cascade to one side or another. If you get the melt mullet, I'll make you New York Kicks Pizza IRL and eat the whole thing. Bro, you know I care about your health and well-being, Dan. You're doing the opposite of convincing me. Do you want the mullet or not? 9. It's 3:47 p.m. in the afternoon for me. Are you in India? Yeah, probably, right? Either India or maybe Pakistan or something. Back it up, John Prince. He's already ran the scam. Thank you for your interest, though. The ladies must chase this guy. I'm fast. All right, I had run all of them. They can't catch up, bro. You know. I think we've drummed up enough incentive. Not maybe, definitely gonna get a mullet. Fine, fine, oh, fine. Let me check something quickly. Let me just see something. Uh, you know, maybe it's gonna happen. Maybe it will in fact happen. You friends, I don't know why. Why am I listening? I think I could do this. I think I need to let my hair grow in more on the sides though. Right? I think that guy has better hair than me. Maybe this guy. I wanted to show you this one. But there, right? Not a bad look. Yes, I could see myself doing it. But I don't know, yo. I think I should be able to cut it myself as well. It's basically like this. It's just this part that you cut. Technically, it's easier to cut than my current style. Yeah, I'm getting trolled. No, I'm gonna stop thinking about it. I'm gonna stop thinking about it right now. I'm not getting a mullet. Not gonna get a mullet. Hammer me, Mojo. I haven't hammered anyone. Not sure what's up with that. That is kind of strange. You do have hammer abilities. You might have hammered someone intentionally or unintentionally, right? One of those blind hammers. We should get him some nice poppy suit jackets with big ass shoulder pads to wear with his mullet. Yes. Unironically, yes. Let's do that. Please. Please. Please, can I have poppy shoulder collar jacket, please? Can we all come together, all right, to make this happen? I'd like that. I think I could rock it. Someone's mad. I'm from China. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, Chinese friend. I'm from Africa. And then I moved to United States of America. I'm gonna put these curls back in their place. It's like, where are you going, dude? Like, hey, yo. You go back in there. Yes. Yes. The hairs, they listen. I have figured out my styling routine at least, finally. This is literally the first time I've ever had a styling routine. I'm using more product in my hair than... I've probably used more product in my hair since I came to America than I have in my entire life prior. Right? Excluding, of course, just like shampoo and conditioner, just like the actual styling process. It kind of has been adventurous, right? Feels like I'm learning something new about myself. I'm from Infinity. If Melt gets a mullet, then Gob, Sam, and I will also get mullets. Sam is gonna rock it. Sam is gonna like out mullet all of us. Gob, MeltMore with strong coffee. That's a promise. I talked to them about it in Discord. You're a cool guy, man. Thank you, John Prince. Melt, have you ever thought that if you go to a restaurant or a cafe, if they asked your gender and say to them an absurd item as a gender, it's like, "Hey, what's your gender, sir?" I don't know what restaurants you go to where they ask your gender, but I'll probably be like, "Yeah, I identify as burrito." Yes, and then they'll laugh, and then I'll laugh, and then we'll hold our bellies, ha ha ha, as we laugh together, right? And then instantly, like a cut, we'll have like arms hooked in, and then we'll like skip into the sunset. with like na 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 playing in the background or something. You know, Blade is like, yeah, 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 yeah. It's straight up one mullet so bad for real. No cap on God. That my wheel is spinning, but the hamster is dead. Oh, the irony in calling someone illiterate while spelling it wrong. Also, you're. Yeah, I am dyslexic, right? If you do want to make fun of me, you can make fun of me for that. I am diagnosed. I am at least high functioning, diagnosed autistic, and like low levels of OCD, some ADHD as well. All right. I definitely came out the factory a little bit tuned to a specific way of expressing myself. Yeah, oh yeah, I'm coping. I'm coping here. Hassan, I am subscribed. Why was I timed out? I don't know. You might have been spamming in chat. That is usually grounds, right? If you're just like, ha, right, using 6 messages to write hello, we're probably gonna be like, how about you don't? How about you don't do all of that? Boom, roast. Get him, Joe. Joe, we're convincing Mel to get a melt mullet. He's gonna need your help on the haircut. He can't see the back. He can't see the back. Technically, you're not supposed to cut the back. Technically, if it's a melt mullet, the back should be let go. You probably should said something naughty as saying finger guns go pew pew. Yes, and a mustache. I don't know if I have mustache genes, bro. Right, my mustache is pretty sparse. It is doing like a little curly uppy at the end there, but I don't think I have like the full girth to grow a mustache, grow a handlebar mustache, and be Hulk Hogan for Halloween. Then, if he'll let me, man's pedantic. I want to say nah, but I can't exactly say nah to my wife. My wife probably knows that I'm pedantic. Oh yeah, very pedantic, right? I like things a specific way, and if they're not that very specific way, I go. I start screeching, and do one of those like where you're like running, but you're like on your side, right? And you're like doing these spins on the ground. I do one of those. When you can shave the mullet off someday and saying, I want my mullet back by Billy Ray Cyrus on stream. What do you think that is? What do you mean? What I think what is identity as a formless infinite goop. I don't know what bro just chillin' is saying. Say no harm, no foul. You're here now, stick around and be your best self and we'll learn. And we'll love to learn how you shine your light. That's nice. I love this of yourself. Skipping, tralalala. Elizabeth, thank you for joining us as well. Thank you for loving this. Now it's only up for you to love yourself as well, right? Realizing that everything you see is but an extension of you, right? If you love anything at all, love yourself. If you love a thing at all, love yourself. Saying I've checked, you weren't timeout. Can you say what is your most beautiful name in the world? What is your the most beautiful name in the world? Girl name. Let me think. Yes, this person that asked name is Christina. I think the most beautiful girl name in the world is Christina. Yes, I think that's it. That's probably the one. Yep, 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 yep. Oh, well, really? Yeah, of course. Of course, I mean that. Yes. I've spent lots of time thinking about what my most beautiful girl name in the world is, and that's the one. Yep. I've never really thought about that. Never really thought about it like it went like that. I think all names are beautiful. I really do. It might be a cheesy answer, but a name is yours. We had a conversation, me and Joe, the other day, how I've never met another person that had the name Jovan. However, I have met many people that have my names, right? My original government names. And as such, I chose myself a new name so that I can kind of like choose, have that autonomy over what it is I'm called. Somebody's butt timed you out on by accident. You're all good, but fart piss. Yeah, my favorite lady name. I saw her staring at me from across the bar. She walked up to me, hips swaying, silhouette going from beautifully from afar to gorgeous up close. She introduced herself. Hi, I'm Fart Piss. I instantly fall in love. What a beautiful name. Oh, can't wait until my kids say, Mama, Mama, Mama Fart Piss. I'm gonna stop. Sorry, Gobs. Gobs, why are you doing this to me? Change his names to MeltMore. Lamacho. I believe in the flying spaghetti monster, Krampus and Rose. Yeah. Good. Oh, we are Pastafarians in this space as well, of course. God, Parvis. You made me snort milk out of my nose, and I'm not even drinking milk. You might want to get that checked out, Joe. She'll full visual, but like both me and Gob, like, yeah, I think you need help. That's really gross, Joe. What just came out? Did you know the sack Krampus used to haul off naughty children is also the sack he uses to haul off mouthy maidens? Mouthy maidens. Is that a good thing? Right? Where is he hauling them off to? Maybe I could be Krampus. His sack does not discriminate. Fart piss is good. Reminds me to share my song Piss Bitch with you on Discord. Yeah, such truth, Elizabeth. Thank you for joining us, friend. It's usually like way more not chaotic in this space. Promise. It's never chaotic and crazy, and like nobody knows what the hell's going on, and everybody is staring at each other like we're so calm here, always. At all times, so calm and at peace. Taking long, deep breaths, being present in our space. Oh yeah. This is a way. I'd love to play it with you sometimes, Dan. We got Mojo saying, Melt, do you really think alien consciousness is different? Different senses, but what kind? I kind of think fundamental awareness is universal. I'm happy that you're bringing me back to that, Mojo, right? Because I wasn't thinking about the consciousness itself being different, but the conscious experience being different, between alien species and ourselves. And yeah, to kind of like echo the same sentiment, like I do believe that consciousness, the observer, right, is like a void through which all information is processed, right, channeled. It goes in and becomes a part of hyperreality kind of thing, or a black hole, or the other side, the whole as above, so below kind of thing. Infinity symbol, like I think that infinity symbol is each of ours, right? We are like in this. I'm saying a bunch of things that doesn't make a lot of sense, and I can feel that. The way I see it is that there is the feminine and there is the masculine, right? And life is the interaction between these two energies, these polarities, right? We can think of them as separate, but technically they are like an infinity symbol. They are attached to each other. Even though there is two poles, it's still one thing. And the consciousness part of it is the masculine pole of that experience, right? It's unchanged. And then the feminine part of it is the experience. So that's kind of what I've been exploring in my mind, or at least that's what I was exploring last night as I was sleeping, how that other side, the words inside the mind, the experience with senses, right? All of that is so uniquely different, right? Changed in that way that the consciousness on the other side gets to have a novel experience, right? And maybe it elicits almost like a hologram, a certain informational set from consciousness, because consciousness is, again, connected with the everything, so it has access to all information. So when that experience impresses upon consciousness a certain ask, a certain fractal of existence, I think it might bring out different qualities of consciousness. Even though it's the same consciousness, it's like friendship, right? Yeah, your friend, the way that you interact with them is going to be different the way they interact with their dad, kind of thing, right? And it's because there's a change in the experience that's had on the other side of that infinity. And that's the thing I've been thinking about. And it was pretty trippy. The way that my mind was trying to explain it to me last night, I was like, oh my goodness, how am I supposed to process that? Maybe it's interesting to think about, Mojo. Yeah, eliciting different qualities from consciousness, depending on what the experience is. Are you not a maiden? I think that's some. I think there's some kind of age cutoff. When do you stop being a maiden? I think it's like maybe like getting married. Married makes you stop being a maiden. Mojo, I think that consciousness is universal for sure, but our physical experience changes the conscious experience. Ooh, did me and Dan say the same thing? The aliens are definitely physically different than us. Yeah, 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 yeah. Maybe we were saying the same thing, Dan. What do you think about that concept, right? Like eliciting qualities, like a lens, right? Like light can shine. Light is the same thing, but depending on the lenses you put in front of that light, the output that the consciousness, the experiencer has is different. Rose, you're still the fairest maiden to me. Love is true. We named our daughter Marcus Jr. Gobbledygoo leaning into it with me. South Park. That's what I've been drinking. Sorry for the visual, you lovely weirdos. The really intricate part about it, Gab. We love you, Joe. You don't have to apologize. I feel like we're having fun together. Joe is like leaning into the energy of space. Oh yeah. The really intricate part about it, Gab, is that the first line is but the second line is inverted. Bitch. Yes. Art. Real art. That's how I think about it too, Dan. I also think Christina's is the most beautiful name in the world. Look at us. Me and you believing the same things. We must be, like the same, but different, of course, but still same, and you must stay forever, right? I'm going to do forever live stream, and you're going to be here with me for it. Mojo, like what if in a higher dimension you could experience consciousness as a light wave? What if that's what the aliens are? A frequency, completely having disembodied from, having to have their frequencies expressed into physical matter and to just exist as the frequency itself. Yeah. Aliens are light confirmed. How about that? Indigo, hey friend. It's nice having you here with us too. Hello to you. That's why all the lights start turning off and on and shut off when the aliens show up in the movies. Might be. The way Rocky in Project Hail Mary says his partner's name is probably the most beautiful name I've heard. That or their own name. Cute movie, y'all. Do recommend. Joe is right. Like, what's my name in your language? Grace. And he goes. Mini spoiler, but you still have to watch it to get the joke. It is so cute. Joe is right. Do recommend watching it. A baby born outside of Earth is an alien. Prove me wrong. I think alien is a word we use for the unfamiliar. A baby born outside of Earth will still be familiar to us. A baby born outside of the US is often an alien. Lone Buffalo. We got Parkway here too. Today's topic has been believing in yourself, right? Believing in your conscious experience as it is, because we don't even know that me and you are experiencing the same reality, right? Technically, we're not. I am having my whole unique hallucination of the sensory input that I receive, and you are receiving yours. And you have to believe in your own in order to, I think, believe yourself worthy of continuing. Right? It's like a call to awareness that your experience is valuable and that you should keep having it. The US is weird. They call us Europeans aliens, even though they came from us. Yeah, freaking aliens would say that, wouldn't you? freaking Anunnaki trying to turn us back into gold miners or something. Park Bat Journey. Park Bat Journey. that combination name. Love is true. Thank you for joining us. Not artist. America invented Europeans the same days we invented the cheeseburger and money. Yep. It's true. Yeah. Also invented gasoline, Invented oil. Yes. We invented everything, actually. Are you a millionaire? Yeah. I've got millions of reasons to live. Millions of reasons to keep showing up every day. I have millions upon millions of grains of sand. Probably stuck between my sandals, crevasses. I don't have millions of dollars just yet. I don't know if I want millions of dollars. I think it could be fun. I think I could probably come and do whatever I want, right? Explore the world a little bit, meet the friends that I find in this space without worry about my financial situation. However, I feel pretty wealthy just allowing myself my existence. I believe in myself, and I think that's the richest you can hope to be. That's exactly what it is, Melt. Your physical experience is a lens for consciousness. Great metaphor. No, you, bro. Your mind is just tuned in to what it is we're talking about. Prairie Wolf, top of the morning, y'all. Late to the party. Rose is the most beautiful name. My mom's maiden name is Ruas, which means rose. Yeah. So that name is a special one to me too. Alien equals a life form born outside of the earth. I believe that, but again, alien is also something that's unfamiliar, right? If we say something is alien to us, we are talking about it being unfamiliar, not it being a body born outside of the earth, right? So, yeah, a foreigner is alien, is extraterrestrial. A little bit of a little bit xenophobic though. Alien classifies this life as being separate from us. Do we really know enough, first of all, to make that determination? Yeah, exactly. And also, I also have curly hair like you. We probably use the same products for our hair, minus Schwarzkopf. I know about Schwarzkopf, but I don't use that one. I use Wellness Routine, I think it's called. It is prohibitively expensive. I kind of puked a little bit when I paid the price, but it's been lasting me a while. It's been 4 months that I've used the same bottles, and I think I'm only halfway through, so it probably will last me 8 months. And if you calculate over 8 months how much it cost me per month, then it's reasonable again, but still, damn. Damn. Wellness routine. Is it wellness routine? Something like that. I don't believe alien, but maybe the angel and demons, they are true alien. Maybe, Kevin. I think believe is one of those words that come with a lot of baggage. One of my favorite things to say about belief is that you cannot believe something and know it to be true at the same time. Right? You can only believe something by not knowing it's true. Not knowing for sure, right? Belief in that way is this act of almost suspending your need to know something to be true. And I haven't suspended my need to know that aliens are true. I want to see them. I want to be like, come on, show me the aliens. Show me. Show me. Let's have chats. Let's sit down and have big old chats with aliens. Let's do it. Come on. Stop wasting my time. That's what I say. But until that happens, I am going to be like knowing the aliens as I know it in myself. No, don't have to believe. What about extra-dimensional beings? Would they be aliens too? Unfamiliar at the very least. But we probably will have to use a new word. What do you think about India? I think India is great. I think India has probably the best chance at becoming a global superpower, right? On par with America and China within the next 10 to 20 years. They might even overtake, right, the GDP of those countries if they do play their cards right. There's a bunch of like policy fractals that's also messing with India right now, though. I don't really buy into hard solipsism since you can't prove it. So I think it's best to just live as if the world is real. Otherwise, it's all a pointless loop. True as well. Dex and Himbo joining us. Kevin, you're onto something. Having my coffee with you. Rose is not the most beautiful name in the world. Yeah, I think Christina. I think Christina is probably the most beautiful name in the world. Alien can definitely be used in all these ways. Martian is another term maybe you're looking for. Good day, sir. I'm back. Welcome back. Yes. Not so scared today. Is this a little bit more stable? Listening to Cytrons. Like, I'm scared. I think duality is how you break that loop. You acknowledge that reality is not actually real, while also acknowledging that your experience and the experience of others is happening anyway. Yeah, that's a cool way to see it. Parkway is onto something, entertaining thoughts for play, but staying grounded in what we know. Yo, hi dude. Hey Fiery. Welcome back, friend. Thank you for joining us. Bro, I got called racist just because I said Swatchkov out loud because I talked to myself about buying it. Yeah, uh, it does have a little bit of a potentially triggering name, right? If you break it down into what it means. In South Africa, that is actually a derogatory term as well. Not like that word exactly, but a translated version of it, using those exact same two words together. Beauty isn't the eye of the beholder, part of the perceived value system. It's subjective. Reality, both matters. Wait a second. Joe said, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, part of the perceived value system. It is subjective, indeed. Melt your cool. Thank you, Tex and Himbo. Appreciate your love, dear friend. Reality, says Dan, is both matters and does not matters. Reality both matters and does not matter, which allows us to both create meaning for their experience, but simultaneously the ability to let go of the experience. That's beautiful. Artist, I think, as in skin problems. Exactly. That could also be it. Enough, Indian bros. We see you in your eternal beef with Pakistan. We just don't care. Stop. Yeah. I also don't care. I would lie if I said I send blessings to all countries. All right. May we all find ourselves at peace. Slowly but surely, and then all at the same time. India has nuclear weapons, but haven't figured out some of the other stuff. I thought the same. Weird name for a brand. It is pretty weird. Something DMT elves are extra dimensional beings. Some do think that. Yes. When you do spend time with those entities, the only thing that they could be is multidimensional. All right. The way they exist is so far beyond what we consider normal, right? Stable. It is a lot, and it is something that shows up for everyone. That's the craziest thing about it, Mojo, is that it's not a unique. Only one person ever had that experience, kind of experience. It's like, oh, this is recreatable in many different people, right? Probably all people. All of us have this antenna that can be tuned into the higher frequency, and then suddenly the information from above starts seeping in, and you're like, oh wow. I'm not scared. I'm not scared by today's vibe. Good. Love is true. Me too. If India does not have clean water, I'm dead. It's true. Insane, OP. Good for saying that too. Yeah, India does have clean water as well. I think they're more talking about the rivers, right? It's like the rivers are getting a little bit yasibo bossy. I got my eyes on you. You're everything I see. Well, thank you for looking. I hope you're blessing me with your eyeballs. You can't see me, but I can see you. Oh yeah. Bay 51 area. Looks at profile picture. Identifies person. Closes mind. Puts myself in energy conversion box. Yes. Tunes myself with my resonant tuning. Puts an energy bubble around myself. Goes into focus 15. 11. 12. Yep. I'm inside your house right now. You're sitting on a couch. I hope so. I hope you got freaked out though. Oh, so I did see that exact outfit. I don't think you're wearing your red outfit right now, but I did see you sitting on a couch. Right. Get looked at by my mind's eye. But there's a purifier in my home. Good. MeltMore. In your live stream, sometimes show everyone how you make your coffee in the morning. It's not that novel. It's kind of just French press. Like I crush beans, put crushed beans in thing, put hot water, squeeze. Some cream and honey. Maybe I could show it. I don't think it's that interesting, but to each their own, cherry. Maybe you would like to see the human parts of my experience. 7:19, Thursday morning, Oakland, California. Nice. Thank you for joining us. It's nice having you here. Californian friend. Yes, Melt. Show us the coffee routine, but do it with a mullet. If he's gonna do this right, he's gonna need a thin turtleneck and some acid wash hammer pants to wear with his shoulder pad jackets. Energy conversion box. Oh yeah. You mean a fireplace? No. Mine is a coffin. I literally put myself in a coffin. I also put my worries in that coffin as well, and then I just lay there like a vampire. I imagine my physical form being deposited in that box, and then I close that box, and then I open my mind. Right, no longer needing my physical form's approval or its input to experience beyond it. Might sound like I'm saying a bunch of stuff that doesn't make sense, but I'm dead serious. You can do that. You are powerful enough to literally, through your mentalization, put yourself in a space. And then when you do that, and you keep tuning yourself away from just your physical experience, you will experience stuff that your body alone cannot. It is pretty wild. Sam, what a visual. Oh, the jackets. Excuse me. What are you doing in your life? I mean your job. I just found this live. This is my job. I'm also a certified yoga teacher. I give classes every day at the Soul of Yoga in Sanitas. You can go and search Soul of Yoga. And then if you go and look at that little list of people teaching classes, you'll see I'm at the top of that list every single day. I am waiting for work authorization from the United States government. And as soon as I do get work authorization, I'll probably get myself a more traditional job. There's an actual coffee routine. It's right before the yoga class, which also could be streamed. It's really not a bad idea. We could do that. Include the friends a little bit earlier. Energy conversion can be a container of ground coffee on the shelf. True. I have an energetic pull to put myself in danger and then get out without harm. Lightning struck down a feet from me. A freaking tornado formed over me. That is an interesting energetic pull. Do you want to be pulled towards those experiences? Does it make you feel excited? Don't get yourself hurt, right? I'd recommend that you don't continue exploring that line of experience, right? Pull yourself in the other direction. Integrate with your shadow. Ask yourself why you might be gravitating towards experiences. Darren is here with us saying good morning. It's nice having you, the burrito bandy, here too. Now give that visual a pair of fingerless gloves, Prairie. Annie, are you okay? Will you tell us that you're okay, Annie? This is sound at the window. Crescendo. He's just writing the freaking full lyrics. Joe is coming in like Meltstream business manager. Maybe when you ran into the bathroom. What is just a freaking Annie lines. You look like the dude in Sausage Party. The guy that was like tripping, and he was like, "Oh my goodness, these sausages are talking." Melt, I'm back. Welcome back, dear friend. Nice scarf. Thank you. Was a gift for my 26th birthday. It's come a long time at this point as well. Talking about aliens earlier, have you heard of the Tic Tac incident? I've heard about a bunch of them. I don't know about the specific one you're talking about though necessarily. Then I'm lucky to have the MeltMore Premium, and I get to watch the madness unfold on demand. Yeah, she get to see me wake up in the mornings, right, like a robot. Like, oh, sleep concluded. Gets up, starts doing things. It's like no lag, just like straight from. Then we start doing stuff, and Joe has like a warm up routine. Like, and now I'm awake. I'm just like asleep to awake, straight. The chaos unfolds. I have a coffin too, Melt. It's where I store all the swaggered prototype flavors. When I want to taste, I have a large wooden spoon that I mix the swagger with and scoop out. No, no. You need a product line. Get started on MeltMore toilet design. Yes, that's what we need. Christina say, my professor teaches us yoga exercises, like yoga for laughing. You need to start with ha 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 ha. And later you can laugh so hard for no reason, like a person who is hospitalized in a mental hospital. Nice. That sounds kind of cool, Christina. Your teacher is teaching you cool stuff. I would have loved, like literally, would have loved so much if my teachers were willing to teach me stuff like that when I was young. It's not like I can control it. True. I love the Interstellar movie. Have you watched it? I have. Interstellar and Project Hail Mary could be like, and maybe like 2001: A Space Odyssey, and maybe Moon, the movie too. All of those movies could be like a whole weekend alien slash space binge. Interstellar is the best movie of all time. Interstellar was okay. Lone Buffalo was like, eh. Lieutenant Dan Favor is one of the only actual UFOs that was caught on actual film. Whether the Air Force United States, it's pretty crazy video. I think I have seen that one, where they're like following it with their spaceships or their planes. And they have like really good lenses that can actually like track something. So annoying that they kept playing the same freaking piano tune every 5 minutes. I saw two UFOs right above me. What about Inception? Inception isn't technically in the same vein as those other movies, but still very good. I actually want to watch Inception again. Most of the videos we see are bullshit or just easily explained. This one is actually pretty trippy and admitted by the US government and the guy who chased the UFOs. I think I did see the one you're talking about. The UFOs were real deep, around car-sized, triangle-shaped, no sound, no wind was created. Yeah, because they don't propel themselves with the same energy sources that we propel ourselves with. They propel themselves with some sort of other force. Not magnetic exactly. Maybe gravity. Maybe they have some gravity generators. If you can generate gravity, everything changes, right? Like the amount of stuff that you have access to, that you can control, right? You can create these gravity wells that you fall into instead of having to be pushed, technically. Interstellar is amazing. I'll die on this hill. Going to a meeting that should be an email. Until next time, love you. Love you, Zhao. Enjoy the meeting, even if it's impossible, right? Find a way to be like, this is the best meeting ever. I totally don't feel like my time is being wasted. I know one alien named Jadoo that came to India in the 20s. That's really cool. India's got aliens too. I had this conversation with Joe yesterday or the day before yesterday that ever since I moved to America, ever since I moved to America, I feel like I'm closer to the aliens than I've ever been before. Right? It's kind of like an eerie, like I'm pretty sure the aliens are here. Their aliens are more here than they were in South Africa. I hope you're having a good day. The editor, that's nice of you, friend. I hope you're having a good day too. Artist on the rooftop says they were close to each other, and the airport said there was nothing on the radar. It appears to be anti-gravity. It's like the old explanation where you take a piece of paper, you write a dot at the end, and then you explain how it takes to get across. You're folding the paper kind of thing. They want proof of your continued physical compliance, Joe. How are you feeling today? I'm feeling like I want to swim all day. I feel like I want to chill all day. Yesterday, I managed to rack up a 15 strain, and I decimated my HRV. My HRV is close to all-time low right now. Pretty yassi bobassi. So I do feel like I need some recovery. That's what it's gonna be called to me. I'm gonna chillax. Maybe swimming would be nice actually. They can't generate gravity, they can amplify gravity. But same difference, semantics. Amplifying gravity. I think that's a better way to think of it actually. Right? Almost like harnessing the source. It's like you can't generate electricity. You can harness the electricity and then you can use it again somewhere else. Right? You still need a source. The sun being the source of most of our electricity. Nuh-uh, melt oil. Yeah. Where do you think the oil came from? From the sun, originally. Right? And then gravity is another force in our universe that seems to be pervasive. It's everywhere, kind of thing. It's almost like harnessing. It's like, I think it's like manipulating the fabric of space, right? It's like figuring out how to push down on the fabric of space-time reality. I mean, like, you can't really, you don't have to generate it. It's not making something. It's manipulating something. But when you fold the pieces together, the two dots become right next to each other. That's how we think. They've been space and title. I'm from Germany. Welcome, friend. Are you waiting for GTA 6? Aren't we all? Not really. Being able to control gravity is an OP power. Apparently, like that's the new Bob Lazar documentary that I watched. That if you can control the energy output, right, you can like stop time as it's experienced. Where he was talking about like a candle that he saw, like it still emits light, it just stops flickering, right? It just goes like quiet. It suddenly goes still. So if you can mess with gravity, you can probably mess with time too. Parkway, you're thinking of a wormhole. They use gravity wave amplifiers, not wormholes, at least from what we've observed. Yeah, the technology that we have right now. But if you want to travel interdimensionally, you might want to start using wormholes as well, right? That might be like the fast travel, where the gravity wells is like the not so fast travel. Who knows? Maybe if you want to go long distances. Apparently, if you use gravity wells, you do like micro jumps. Right, then you have a super advanced computer that helps you calculate your trajectories, kind of thing. To be honest, I waved at the UFOs. Nice. Did they wave back? Were they nice? I sure do hope so. What is it that communicates with me through nature? I would like to believe yourself. Right? Believe in yourself, dear friend. What are your hobbies? What's your name? And tell me something intriguing about yourself. My hobbies is making all types of art. These little little clay structures back here, the little mushroom duties. I've made some of those. I've made a bunch of other art. I've done some drawings as well. I think that's definitely a hobby of mine. I am a yoga teacher as well, right? I can tell you that about myself. Something intriguing about me. I unironically believe that my consciousness was sent back from the singularity into this present moment for me to influence the change that is to come. And then it's this weird paradox where because I came back and sent myself back from the singularity and started creating in this way, I am then again creating the consciousness data set, all right, the informational tuning to be able to be an entity that is post singularity more than just my physical form, which then enables that consciousness to then again be sent back to then be myself again. All right, it's like this: which came first, the egg or the chicken kind of experience that I've been having. Again, I'm not saying that that's true. I'm just saying that that is something that intrigues me about my own experience. Maybe it can intrigue you too. The gravity wave amplifiers increase the gravity in front of the ship, which creates a perpetual space-time dip that they're falling into. This is what makes them appear to move at the speed of light. Yeah, to be honest, I waved. You think of their ship as a baseball on a mattress, and then they turn the amps on. It's like putting the bowling ball in front of the baseball. The baseball naturally falls towards the bowling ball. Yeah. We don't know of any of this at all. I'm thinking of a wormhole. I'm just thinking about spending space using gravity technology. There's no gravity. Nothing falls. Earth slams into objects. Well, gravity is the thing that would bring those objects together, kind of thing, all right? It's only theoretical. Yep. We're speculating at most. In all of my 18 years of life, nothing was normal. Agreed. See Bowling Balls and Feather Experiment from Brian Cox. Bob Lazar is very weird, very interesting stuff, but I think the guy is making it all up. I think, if anything, I think he believes everything he says. That's my conspiracy. He does believe every single thing that he said to people. I don't think he's making any of it up. But I think everything that he's been saying is made up. Right? I believe he was basically like the government knew what they were doing in bringing him in, and they knew with the nature of the way that he engaged with the world, he was going to like basically spill the beans, right? He was going to do that. So they planted a bunch of informational sets in his head, right? They led him to believe certain things so that he can go and tell the public those things they led him to believe, to maybe like misdirect our species about what's actually happening. That's my conspiracy. What is that communicate? I think I've answered that question. It's you, dear friend. Parkway, we have more evidence, your higher self. We have more evidence than you think. The tech already exists. These gravity amplifiers work the same our guitar amps do. We just don't have the metals heavy enough to build a magnet that warps gravity. That's so damn cool. You talk like Socrates. You friends, sometimes there's like compliments that come out of these space that makes me feel so great. I've been called Goku and I talk like Socrates. Oh my goodness, dude. My ego will explode. Oh, I'm gonna get a hit too big. In India, a revolution is going on by the Gen Zs against the present government. Conditions are worse than they've ever been for the younger people, it's true. And do you believe God is good, not evil? Depends on which God you believe in. Right? I think God is everything. So that includes what we consider evil too. All right, there's no separating. I pull at normal things towards me. Yeah, you might be manifesting, dear friend. The 2 points on a piece of paper and then folding the paper is indeed how you describe a wormhole in 3D using a 2D paper representation. You should try being an entity who's not full of shit. Shank fu. No, you. You first. You show me how. and then I'll follow your lead. God is evil. You're either doing something wrong or you're doing something semi right. Yashu, you're talking about cockroach jump party. What? I think no one fully understood the Tenet movie. Yeah, yeah. I do think we'll probably see something kind of. I don't think it'll be like that. I hope at least not. But I do think there will probably be some overlined synchronicities of our reality as well. I have hit from protection from CGJP. I don't know what that means. Of the animals. Yeah, man. Will the government take action there in India? Who am I to say as well? All of the world governments are coming to the conclusion that they are not in control. Right? There are too many people to control all of us. That is the reality of the situation that we're in. There's too many of us to control. So they had these financial systems in place to shape our like decision trees. Because if you wanted certain things, if you wanted a certain quality of life, comfort, you had to. Like there was no other option for you to participate in the financial system. And now the financial system that they built is falling apart because they've been abusing it, because they have the power to do so. And it's left the people that they were trying to control with less and less incentive, more and more disillusionment. And that's kind of the space that we find ourselves in with right now, where people are coming to the conclusion that maybe the powers that be don't know what's going on and they don't have our best interest at mind. And I think that's kind of the change that we're seeing in our species right now, where the change that's going to come is going to be believing in ourselves, right? Stopping to believe in a government coming to save us and believing in our own agency to actually make a difference. I do love talking about this stuff. I do think it's weird that people think we're further along than we are in this technology. If we have it, it is definitely a secret and no one knows because we don't see any evidence of the technology actually. We just see random things that we don't know if they're real or not. Yeah, it's been a while though. That's the big thing, Parkway. It's been a while. Like if you look at the amount of reports, I don't know if you know, but there's biblical reports of UFO sightings as well, right? Like they didn't know what they were seeing, so they thought they were angels, right? And again, these things that people have been seeing this whole time don't travel in the same way that our traditional spaceships do, right? With like something being combusted and all of that energy being flung in one direction and the ship going in the other direction, or the plane or the whatever rocket, add your thing here, right? These things are propelling themselves through space and time, right? Like they don't have any direction that something is thrusting in. And that's the thing, right? Like even if we don't have any evidence, the observations have led people to come to the conclusion that that's not human technology, right? That is not human tech. Like maybe the government has more tech than we know, but still, it's probably not human technology. Mm-mm-mm. No, 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 no. I love how it became a trend to rate Scientology. Yeah, I think with Melt, it depends on what god. Most of the written gods are pretty evil as far as it goes. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was like meaning of like depends on what god you believe in, dude. What would you like to educate me on? Please tell me. Can I bully a painting? Yellow Summer? What are you trying to say, dear friend? I'm not trying to educate you in anything. We're just having some discussions for the most part. Coming back to the conclusion that we're supposed to believe in ourselves. What he was is irrelevant. His message, the way he lives his life, that's what's important. Agreed, Sam. I also don't really send. Yeah, but we have to look at the actual evidence. How many of these things have we actually seen versus something? We're just mistaking. That's why I brought up the Tic Tac. It's one of the best evidence. Again, right? Those things don't travel in conventional ways. I think that's the thing. Like, we have come to the conclusion that whatever is out there is not like us. It doesn't follow the same rules. It has a grip on reality, understands physics to the point where they can manipulate their space-time coordinate in a way that we can only hope to. We wish to. Mm, it's on them whether they accept it or not. Alizu, you're completely right, dear friend. Should I subscribe? You have free will, right? That's the cool thing about this space. You're free to leave and you're free to stay. If you stay with kindness, you will receive kindness from me as well. If you stay for spiciness, you might see a spicy side of me every now and then. You get to help shape this reality. Guidance comes from God if you're sincere. Yeah, it's true. I do believe that too. Well, Melt, you actually kind of said it, that we know this is a technology we don't have, but we don't know if it's from another world. Occam's razor says it's more likely advanced technology from here. Agreed. I do agree with that. The problem is that it's been around for longer than we could have had the technology for, right? And that's the thing. We've had the tech for a long, or the tech has been there on our planet for a long time, right? And the fact that it hasn't been commercially viable, that the Lockheed Martins and, these massive weapons contractors haven't started building weapons or planes with this technology in them, probably means that the technology isn't ours, right? To manipulate and manufacture. We haven't had our aha moment with the tech yet. I don't think, at least. There are spaceships. They talked about alien-human hybrids. Could be. Our curiosity to stay, sure. Prudence, wisdom, and curiosity. These are good things to remind ourselves of. Hoopty hoops. Thank you for joining us, dear friend, as well. I do still feel like I'm a little bit tired. Yeah. For my next trick, check this. You clearly are not here to add anything of value. So you will now never be allowed to share your valueless comments, at least from that username. Let's try again next time. Maybe come back with a different name. Change your approach. But I can only tolerate so much, right? There is a explicit contract that we go in here, right? I do have channel guidelines. Challenge the argument, not the person. Be respectful. Your words have power. Make sure your actions reflect love is true. That's how simple this space is. It's not rocket science, right? There has to be consequences. Sometimes you have to be a little bit hard. Be like, no, we're not allowing this way of showing up in this space. Subbed and liked, mate. Thank you, Alizu. Look forward to spending some more time with you and learning about you too. I think it's a matter, Tien. I think it's a matter of ego, right? Nobody wants to believe that they're wrong. Everybody wants to believe that they have the right grip on reality, that the conclusions they've come to are the correct conclusions. Because if you have to admit that maybe the conclusions you've come to are wrong, it's almost like your entire foundation gets shaken, right? It's like a threat to your person. You might have your literal identity threatened by a change of perspective. And that's why people are so fervently trying to protect that version of themselves, right? Like seeing you live a good life, a happy life, a successful life, a fruitful life, and you believe the exact opposite of what they believe, maybe they aren't living as fruitful, as happy of a life, right? And then maybe that challenges them to think maybe it's me not believing in myself that's the problem. And it's like, no, they're wrong. They're actually wrong. They're just demon possessed or whatever. Add your thing here. People have many, many different layers of belief right now. Why do married couples have to honk? It's so loud outside right now. Not every Christian disrespects. Don't get that in your head because some people are generalizing everyone and it creates destruction. There we go. Alizu, your perspective is very balanced. And why, dear friend? I appreciate you. Actually, I'm the editor. I came from the other account who said you talk like Socrates. Bless you, friend. Well, come on, Melt. Finish eating that coffee and get woken up. Some Christians literally called my god Odin a false god, and theirs is a true one. Yep. Because a part of the Christian belief system is in the one God, right? It's the Trinity, but it's only one Trinity, right? And there's nothing outside of it. And the Ten Commandments, one of the rules is you may not take any other God outside of me. So there's like a bunch of rules in Christianity that beget the separation, right? That beget the judgment, that begets the I'm right and you're wrong kind of perspective. I never admit when I'm wrong because I'm a man. Not much of one, but I'm a man. Rand, very self-aware at the very least, right? The first step towards change is that self-awareness. So you're on the right track. We're talking about rockets and science. Hell yeah, brother. Can you do a huge favor? I don't think I can help you with that, Shine. Maybe not today. Me more. Help. I love to know your skincare routine. I wash my face and get ready for this next part. And then I moisturize. Boom. Routine of my skin. Literally. I'm not even joking. That's literally all I do. I put the moisturizers on my face. I have been using retinol, but I'm not using it the way that I'm supposed to, technically. And even though I still have some pimples today again, so I could be better. I definitely could be better. Be getting the many layers today. So many. You're one hat away from white Cam Newton. I have a hat even, right? Got a big old leather brimmed hat. Yeah. Makes me look like Indiana Jones. Or as I like to say, who's your daddy? You look like Goku if he was a Caucasian and into yoga. I'm a literal yoga teacher, Alizu, and I am Caucasian. So maybe I am. Maybe I am Caucasian, yoga-loving Goku of planet Earth. I'm just learning how to come into my power. I hope I can go Super Saiyan one day. Like, seriously. If I could go Super Saiyan by starting to scream right now, I would be screaming. I would non-stop be screaming. Screaming so much. You look like a Giga Chad. Thanks. Thanks. I'll take that. Keep the question of religion and faith to the individual themselves. It's something between them and God, indeed. What about Hinduism? I have absorbed a lot of Hinduism. And this might be a triggering thing to hear, consider myself as an avatar to Shiva. Right? And again, I can hold that belief, and I can still hold the belief of treat your neighbor as you would want to be treated yourself. Right? And I can also hold the teaching of be here now, right? The Zen kind of perspective, the Buddhist perspective. All of these things can be true at the same time. I use the force of my face, works wonders. Yeah, I think that what we were saying, Melt, about being wrong, I always would love to be shown something and be proven wrong. That's how I learn. That's how I grow. But it's gonna require some actual evidence. I am completely there with you, bro. I would like to see some actual evidence of all of the aliens as well. Like, show me the actual ships. All right, show me. Show me the real stuff. Hinduism is the true religion. We don't know, right? What we do know is that making claims like this is the true thing begets separation. Because as soon as you make a claim like my religion is right, some people are going to distance themselves from it. Like, actually, your religion is wrong, my religion is right. And then we're just having the same old freaking spitting matches we've had this whole time. How about we don't? How about we don't do that? Maybe we can just like teach the wisdom that comes from our religion instead of saying my religion is right. Be like, oh, in my religion we believe this thing. We believe that we should treat our neighbors as we want to be treated ourselves, right? And then the other person can be like, yeah, I like that perspective. I think that's a good way to live. And then the other person from another religion is like, yeah, we believe this. And then everybody can be like, yeah, that's a good perspective to hold. But as soon as there's like dissonance, where it's like, no, we don't believe that all of it's right. My version of science is the one true science. All religion is just fairy tales of the origin story. Yeah, no religion is superior than any of the others. Agreed. Not just someone's opinion and how they feel, but I do like what you're talking about when people get challenged and their lizard brain starts kicking in. Yeah. Where we are here to spread divine will and do it with our voice. The perspective comes later. That's wise of you too, dear Druby. Men act, we don't think. I don't believe in religion. XD, brother, I feel you. No, you don't believe in God. Religion is totally a thing. Are you a priest? Oh, no. But I bless you anyway, dear friend. May you be blessed. I'm gonna put some shamanic perfume on myself. Yes. Spiritual cologne used by shamans for cleansing, healing, and grounding. The spirit of agua is a beautiful partner to bring ease, peace, and well-being to people, animals, and spaces that you touch. It's made with flowers, herbs, resins, bark, citrus, and woods, harvested on the sacred mountain of Hogsback in the Eastern Cape in South Africa. That is very nice. Oh yeah. You work out? If yes, drop the split. I do work out, but most of my workouts is yoga based, right? So I do like 15 to 20 minutes of yoga a day. And then on Wednesdays, I try and push myself for an hour of like high intensity dancing. That's pretty much like my workout routine. Yoga priest. That looks like hot sauce, dude. This stuff looks like hot sauce. It is basically plant resin. Bunch of plant resin and water. I think there might be a little bit of alcohol in there too. I've got a little experiment for you to imagine. The figure 8. Put a line through the center. What numbers are you left with? Threes? I don't exactly know how that is a experiment. Is that person in the background okay? That's not a person. That's a bird. He's being dramatic. I don't know if I'd want to drink it. The bottle. Religion is the eightfold path. It's culturally coded and tailored. To put it badly, it's the packaging, but what's inside is all the same. Yeah. Use a quick 20-minute basic muffin recipe. Like what? The bottle. I don't know. I want to drink it. This would not be nice to drink. It smells like it could be, but it smells very resiny, right? Like, it smells like plant resins. At least the bird isn't actively screaming for help, is it? No, he's just being dramatic. Let me go get him. Let's go say hi to the bird. He's screaming because he's dramatic, exactly. Yeah. Hello. Hi, Zoe.
Want out?
You want out? Come on.
Want out?
Come on. There you go.
Want out?
You want out? Come on.
Hello.
Hello. You happy? You happy? Look at us. There we are.
Want a cookie?
You want a cookie? We'll get a cookie in a second, okay? First, you have to be happy. Happy? You happy? Happy? Yeah?
Want a cookie?
Say hello.
Want a cookie?
We'll get you a cookie. Aye. It's a good girl. Thank you for the kiss. You want some cookies? Wow. Yeah. Wanna?
Want a cookie?
Where do you wanna go? You're like, come on, dude. Come on, I wanna go that direction. Come on, I wanna go. I wanna go. I wanna go. There it is. Lone Buffalo found the sticker. Yeah.
Want a cookie?
You want some cookie? I'm just scrolling by and I looked and it was like, God. So beautiful. Okay, fine. Stop getting antsy with me. Fine.
Want a cookie?
Fine.
Want a cookie?
Oh, you're pointing. You're not tapping, you're pointing. You're like, I want to go somewhere. Oh, I want to freaking go somewhere. You want to go outside? Let's go outside. There you go. Ooh, there's cardinals and robins outside too. And Noodle wants to go outside as well, it seems. Yeah. Come on, they don't do your business, so. There he goes. Is he going? No, he's not going. Seems to be wasting my time instead. Come on, Nudie. Do your business, so. Yeah, I wanna. I think I'm gonna put him out here. Man, the grass is so long again already. Like legit. It grew. So much. It is relentless. Hey, you wanna go bye-bye? Come on. Come on. Good girl.
Hello.
Hello. Chillax. There we go. Thank you. Thank you for helping me open that. That's nice of you. Wait. You be patient. Here you go. Look at all those peanuts I put in there for you.
Want a cookie?
Yeah, this is all you, bro. All of this cookie is just for you. Yeah, we're back again. Sorry for leaving you friends here alone. We want Noodle. Noodle sounds cute. Noodle is a stinker, bro. Hey, what? Thank you. That's nice. Chillax. Chillax, bro. Chillax. So be patient. You be patient, dude. Look. Look at that. Look at that. Are you excited? Are you excited for this? She's like, I'll give you kisses. Oh, let's say hello. Let's say hello to them. Hi. That's a good girl. And you give me a high five. Wow, Zoe, give me a fist bump. Wow, that's a great birdie. Then do a spin. You do a spin. Do a spin. You can do a spin. Yeah, you can do a spin. Do a spin. It's like it doesn't feel stable, bro. Do a spin. Come on, you can. Like I'm gonna get fluffy about it. I'll get fluffy. Do a spin. Oh, do a spin. Try. Do a spin. Do a spin, you sweetie bird. Do a spin. It's like, bro, come on. Let me step up on you. You want a cookie? Oh, all right. Let's do a spin for them. Come on, spin. There you go. Yeah. Wow, Zoe. Wow. Give me a kiss. Mwah. Good girl. And say bye-bye. Bye. Good girl. No. You can't open it here. Can't start opening it here. This is gonna make a mess. Oh. You'll be a good goddad. I just know. Did you want a cookie? Yeah. Happy. Mwah. Okay, let's go. This is all you. You're gonna love this cookie, aren't you? Yeah. Wow. There you go, Zoe. There you go. Good girl. Enjoy it. Okay. Oh, let me go get the dog quickly. Outside as well. Did you do your business? Is your business done? Man, I need to freaking cut the grass again. Oh my goodness. I need to cut grass. Do I want to do it today? Like, it's cooking out here a little bit. I don't know if I want to be doing grass cutting today. Noodle is getting a treat for having done absolutely nothing. Did I freaking? No, I didn't. Okay. Arton. It's like a tornado. Slow down, Zoe. You're gonna cause massive carnage. He's a sweetie bird. He's just a sweet dude. All right. Just scrolling by. It's like, God, you are so beautiful. Thank you, Staren says. That's nice of you. It's cute that Lone Buffalo found the Zoe. You are now officially a member of the channel, so you got all of the emojis, the custom emojis, access to. Natalie gave you that membership, right? Your dinosaur deflated. It did? I haven't seen it in a while, actually. I know Joe changed some things, but I clearly didn't notice her moving my dinosaur. Oh, there it is. There we go. Yeah. My dinosaur is back, Prairie Wolf. Okay. 1111. Manifest abundance. I receive all that is. Not for me to keep, but for me to have more to share. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Feeling abundant. I've been getting freaking spam calls so much. Stop spam calling me, dude. This number is brand new. How will my career life be? Pull a card. Unknown. These cards aren't like that, technically. Apparently, you can make a lot of money by convincing people that you can't tell their futures by pulling cards. That's not a way that I'd like to earn my money either. But I'll pull a card for us to have something to think about, right? We can share some perspective together. See what the universe has to say. Remind us it's important for our development. You tell me when to stop. Soon as you feel the urge to tell me to stop, send the word stop in chat. What is your real country? I was born in South Africa, but I live in the United States of America right now. The way you said it made me believe more in you. I'm not. Count 3 and stop. 1, 2, 3. Mountain Apus. We've pulled this card recently too. I am curious about how regularly the same cards are coming back to teach us again. You have to say stop. It's true. Can we share some perspective together? That's just code for let the universe peer pressure you into shit today. And that's the hell nah from me, dog. You can close your ears, shut your eyes, you can exit out of the stream whenever you want to. There's no peer pressures here. Tell me when to stop. Other friend, unknown, artist, tell me when to stop. If you want me to pull a card for you. Count to 4 for my card. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Are you an astrologer? Yes, I am an astrologer. Yeah, the most astrologging that there is. I log all of the astros. We pulled 2 green cards. Garden of the Lights and Mountain Apus. I feel like these cards could be friends. What is the meaning? Unknown. This is the card that you felt you were asking for. Right, the Mountain Apus card. And Garden of the Lights. I'm trying to think how these cards relate to each other. This one is about the mountain spirits. And this one is about a little spirit that lives in your garden. Right, so it feels like the large perspective, like seeing the mountains, and then also becoming aware of your own little garden. All right, lovely cards, lovely greens, right? Got in the greens. What does my card mean? We'll read today to you now. What are those cards supposed to mean? Why do you do the card thing? I've been doing it for a long time, Sadia. I've been doing these live streams now for like 5 consecutive years. And I got this deck when I was still living in China. It's been a teacher in my mind. Do you need any personal information? I still didn't understand. You do not, I don't need any personal information, friend. This is for you to interpret through your own lens. Sacred places and earth energies, right? This card honors sacred places around the planet, and here, the ancient city of Machu Picchu in Peru.
It is recognized as a World Heritage Site and is revered as one of the most compelling and majestic sacred places on the planet. The green, dome-shaped mountains that surround the peak of Machu Picchu was built. That surrounds the dome-shaped mountains that surround the peak on which Machu Picchu was built stirred my imagination and inspired this unconventional view of the city. The Andean people call these mountains Apus, which means mountain spirits. Communication with these great beings and the importance of preserving sacred sites guide this message. There are places all around our planet that by cultural tradition, placement on the earth grid, or by your own intuition will bring you into alignment with earth energies. As you are called to these sacred places of power, remember to always go in a sacred manner with respect for the people and cultures of the region. Recognize that as you are called to journey to these regions and feel the spirit of place that resides there, you are connecting with wisdom traditions old and new in a matter that can enhance your personal worldview as well as aid in the reconnection of energy grids. And I'm pretty sure I pulled the reversed. I'm actually Indian. Yeah, how about that? It's okay, friend. It's okay to be Indian. These cards do not discriminate. The reverse meaning goes, the earth energies of your home base, India, provide you with all the comfort that you need at this time. And the fact that we're taking that into this card pull feels extra synchronous because this one is going to talk about your little sacred garden. Surprise. All right. The geometry of this card is a dodecahedron nested within a star tetrahedron. We might say this is a vehicle of heaven, a place to play with magic and delight. Joyfully enter this garden of delights. Take pleasure in the beauty of this glorious night-blooming cactus and its large white flowers, commonly called pitaya, moonflower, or queen of the night. The exotic fruit of this nocturnal delight is known as dragon fruit. It is sweet, juicy, crisp, and gorgeous. What a surprise to find a playful, happy dragon inhabiting this garden. This card suggests that you envision your life as a garden of delights and look forward to surprises. You never know when enchantment, amusement, and revelation will astonish and amaze you. Look for them everywhere. Appreciate and savor the arrival of something unexpected. Laugh with this little dragon and enjoy the awe and wonder he imparts. See surprises as marvelous gifts. The reverse meaning goes, you could use a bit of surprise and delight just now. Realize that you have merely to shift your attention and greet the winds of change. That actually fits to me. There you go, friend. Yeah, not reading your future, not telling you how things should be, just letting you know that we should honor our sacred sites, preserve them, and see our lives as a garden of delights, welcoming surprise, right? Again, like I can try and tell you your future, but that wouldn't be very surprising, right? Welcome surprise in your future. I must practice my professional career in India and not internationally. Let yourself be surprised, though. Continue practicing, continue gaining more skills, and you'll find yourself surprised for where life will take you. Queen of the Nights could be suggesting cottaging. I don't know what that means, but maybe. It actually fits to me. Bless you, dear friend. Thank you for joining us here again today. It was a pleasure getting to share this space. I do feel like I have to run off. I have to go to the bathroom. Maybe TMI, but thank you for joining me today in this space. It is so appreciated. All of the love that was shared. Go and believe in yourself a little bit more today, right? There's a bunch of stuff that you can choose to believe in out there, but in here is what you have control over. Use your meditation to stop. I've been using my meditation power, Noodle. It's been like 7 days, but I'm finally done meditating. Love to you, friends. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you again soon, tomorrow.